Right. Hi, guys. If you're watching, do say hi so I know you guys are there. Meanwhile, I'm just going to send the link around to a few of the people, share. We are live now. Hello, hello. Hi, Stephen. Nice to have you guys here. So, welcome to episode 5 of Money Matters. Today's topic is very, very interesting. I'm super excited for today's topic. As you guys know, we cover different elements of personal finance in these sessions, and many times I have guest speakers over who can share their experiences specifically related to that topic. And today's guest speaker is going to be just as amazing as all of our previous guest speakers. She's somebody that I personally work with on personal finance, so it's really really fun. Every time we meet, it's a comedy show on its own. I think we could record the conversations that the both of us have and make it into a show. That's how funny both it usually is, our conversations. And I think today we're just going to be sharing more about how it works, what are the things that we have gone through together, and what are the things we have observed in our interactions with each other. I think today's topic, as you guys may already know, it's how emotions affect my money. I think this topic can go both ways: how money affects my emotions and how emotions affects my money. So it's a very very interesting topic. I am super duper excited. And so our guest speaker for today, if you guys don't know yet, it's Caroline Joy. So she is the founder of Nyonya Caroline Art Alive. So she does customized bottle art. Even I have my bottle from her, which I know I don't use it as much as I should. But basically, she does customized art on the bottles using henna cone art in a way, something she learned, and she came up with it on her own. I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's very very amazing to see how she can customize so many different things. Some of her artwork is really really amazing. So if you guys have Instagram, you go and follow artisan_cottage, because they have all of their artwork there, and it's so nice to see the creativity that Caroline has. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. If you guys are watching, just share the link around so that more people can come and tune in and learn from Caroline's experiences in a way. So let me just add Caroline in. Hi,
Hello.
Caroline.
Hi.
How are you
Rotan you,
feeling
never
tonight?
use the bottle.
Yes. Well, some people like me have very huge troubles with regards to drinking water. So it's a habit that I find hard to change. I think many of so as much as I help other people to change in terms of habits, in terms of money, I have my fair share of habits that I need help to change. So drinking water is one of that. So Caroline, you know the topic very well. Why don't you share a bit about why you think you're the right person to talk about this topic?
Well, when I first started off, I always come to when I first started off with Madura, the first few weeks, I think about months or so, I keep telling Madura, I got no money. And then I'll get all stressed out and things like that. And the funniest part is actually I will start finding fault in every single thing, Even my food also I find fault, even the food I find fault, everything in everyone also I find fault. This person wrong and that person wrong and things like that. But actually the main issue is my fear of money not enough. And I don't know how to write that. So my mentor point that out to me, and then I go to Madura. This is the right person to guide me on these money matters.
Yep. So I think a lot of us have. I don't know. Maybe some of us like to think we don't get affected by money, but I've resigned to the fact that my emotions get very, very, very affected by money, and it's vice versa. I think one of the best moments I really learned about how money affects our emotions and how emotions in turn affect our money is actually working with you. Where the first time we met, you were going through that panic moment of like, okay, I'm not having enough money and all of that, and then we actually sat down and we looked at your finances together. And we're like, okay, so there is enough funds for the next few weeks, and then if you complete this current job that is work in progress for you, if you finish those things off, you will have more money for the next certain number of weeks or something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember the
Right.
exact details. But when we after we kind of had that conversations and we actually saw it in an Excel sheet with like the numbers saying like exactly when up to when you have, how much you have and all of that. Then I saw the next 1 week or 2 weeks, you were okay. You went back to focusing on your work, you were progressing much faster. Like before that, you had found it so hard to complete bottles, the work that you had to finish. I remember you found it so hard, but after that conversation where we actually saw it, I started seeing you move so much in terms of your work. So that is the first time I'm like, oh, so this is how strong it can be with regards to affecting somebody's emotions. How did your emotion change? This is what I observed, right? But I'm sure your in your mind is completely something else that was going on. What was going through in you at that point in time?
A little bit of backstory lah. Basically, during the pandemic itself, right, I my income get hugely impacted. So that's where the panic came in. Money no enough, also stressful and things that will I be able to eat or I gonna eat spase the next month or something like that.
Yep.
so so that is a little bit of backstory. So when I was transiting doing the bottle arts and things like that, I'm not used to I'm not used to this doing this entrepreneurship things. I'm not used to completing this and this. I need to have a full control of not full control. It means full ability to manage myself
Mm,
and complete the bottle. You can take out this amount and things like that. And I don't have before I meet Madura, I don't have the my thoughts about money and things like that is ada don't really care and things like that. How much I earn is how much I spend, and I always go back to money still not enough. So during the pandemic, it's really money not enough and things like that. So it hugely impacted my emotion, and I cannot even focus.
mm,
Everything becomes panic mode. Every single thing that I'm doing, it becomes panic mode. The only thing my mind was having a lot of problem is actually thinking that the fear lah, the very strong emotion of fear, and
yep.
it becomes anger, it becomes sadness, it becomes all the negative emotion, and I'm not able to attract more people to get the bottles from me. I'm not able to complete the bottles at all. My creative ideas cannot even flow
Mm.
because I was busy, my mind was busy calculating all the amount that I need to this one and stuff like that, my utilities and stuff. How am I going to do this and things like that? So that's where I have somebody that manage my money now, Madura.
But wait, so a lot of people are going through this now, where that thing comes in like, oh no, I have not enough money, and that is the truth for many people. There is not enough money. But after like you did right, you looked at it, and you're like, oh, okay, I do have enough funds for a certain time and all of that. When a lot of people think after you do that, it's going to be okay. Was that the case for you? Like the first time you do your financial checkup or whatever, you saw, okay, I have enough funds for this amount of time. Did you feel good after that forever, or how did things progress from there?
Obviously not. I will keep texting Madura the same thing. Madura, I got no money. Every single week I go back to her, I will still do that. Some in the beginning stage is even worse. It's like after 2 days meet, okay, the time I meet her I'm okay. After I didn't meet her, I'm not okay anymore. Although she has actually laid out, she has the superpower that she's able to lay out and plan your budget and things like that, which I don't know how she do it. I'm amazed by it. I really, really like it how she does it because it's simple and easy for me to understand. So once she has done that, I'm okay. I can see the facts and the truth. So my mind is okay. So I go back to my work. After a few days, it come back and kacau. It come back and kacau. So when it kacau me, I keep going back to Madura lah. But it's not like an 1 week after one time, two time is gone. Until today, it's still there. It's just lesser the intensity.
Yep. I think as one thing personally I'm beginning to notice with the people I work with is like you said, that emotions don't just go off like that. Personally, for me, my own emotions with regards to money is not like perfect zen all the time. I also have my issues. I will also freak out and do all those things. But when we go and like talk to the person who's guiding us on this, and we're like, okay, calm ourselves down. So then we will go back to focusing on our work. You'll go on for some time, then you'll face another obstacle that you need to handle or something like that, and then again you need to calm yourself down, come back. So it's like being consistent and not like beating up ourselves like, oh, I have failed it, I can't even handle my emotion for this thing. Instead of doing that, just going like, okay, you know what, let's just handle the problem at hand and then move on with it. And I remember there were many times Caroline and I will get into fights. Very silent fights. Like she will tell in one way, I will tell another way. Both of us are not telling in like fighting directly, but there were many times the emotions do rise up with each other, right? The person who is you are working on your finances with. So like, you want to share about what was the thing that really got you affected in a way?
I myself is also surprised that I have that. Basically, it's about food. The food, my food budget. So before this, I say I don't have any habit of tracking money, but Madura helped me to build it. So I track my daily expenses. Now I know where my expenses go to and things like that. So I won't bug her so much, Madura, I don't know where this thing go, blah, 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 and things like that. But so what is it called? So in regards to food, I didn't know that food is actually a huge priority. And when my food budget is very tight, I get very upset. I can get upset until I want to just squeeze and eat someone else. I'm like, so I'll be like, no, I don't enjoy life. I don't have enough money to all my food budget and things like that. Madura said, then just eat what's it called, something lesser or something less expensive. Then I'll get angry at Madura. So why are you doing this to me? I want to eat something nice. If you want to continue from here, Madura.
Yeah. So it's like one thing that many of us may not notice is that we have certain areas where your emotions really get affected when it comes to money. Like not everyone is on food. Like to be honest, like for me, okay, food is not the main one for me. I think for Caroline, it's like food lovers lah. You guys have it on another level. For me, it's slightly low. That I'm not like a food lover, but I still have like a standard, of what I must eat and things like that. But if there have been days where I can eat just the same food over and over, so I can tahan and do it. But there are other things which will affect me. Like I need to be able to, let's say, buy books. Those kind of things affect me. So if I don't have funds for that, or if I don't have funds for like my next 6 months or things like that, those kind of things affect me. So it is very important for us to like become aware of what is our thing. Everyone has this thing, the few things that bug them. Just become aware of it, and then you kind of learn how to. I remember like at one point Caroline was getting, I was like so angry at Caroline. Why is Caroline getting angry at me when it's her finance that we need to adjust? I'm helping her manage her money with whatever we can, and all that. Why is she so angry at me? But the solution, I think, for okay, so this is something like even for me, right? I was so confused. Why is this happening? Then I had to go and talk to my mentor to figure this out. So eventually the solution was so simple in the sense that we had to like just have the conversation, say, you know what, let's increase your food budget. That means you need to earn more. So figure out, let's see how we can earn that more money. So we need to get more bottle orders in. We need to do our work much faster. We do that, but we increase our food budget so you don't die on a daily basis with regards to food. The moment we did that, things just switched completely to the opposite. So before that solution was found, every week Caroline and I have the conversation of your food budget is over already. And then she will be so stressed about it. And I'll be like, oh, so I'm also stressed about it because I'm like, I don't know what to do already. But when we just increase the budget, now we are not so-called overspending. But because we are not thinking about the food, it's not just you, it's including me as well. Both of us are not spending so much time thinking about the food. Your expenses on overspending on food actually reduced. It was no longer a big concern, and you started progressing on your work so much more after that. And I was so confused, like we just changed the food part. Why is the work improving so much because of the food? that is when I realized like your emotions are so strong there. If you're focusing, like earlier you mentioned, which I thought was very nicely said, most of the time is being spent on planning what you're gonna eat.
Yes.
That
Three
you don't
days
spend
okay.
time.
How much is this? How much is it in my budget? No, in my budget, I cannot eat this food and things like that. So my thoughts are going to planning what I want to eat for the week so that I don't bust my budget. So
Yep.
I
So
didn't go and put my thoughts into my work. So that's what happened lah.
when we increase the budget already, right? Then you can when it was easier for you to like, okay, I can eat whatever I want now, so I can you started focusing your time and your thoughts in a way on actually doing the work. I remember there's this one bottle you were stuck with for so long, but suddenly out of nowhere you just solved, and it was one of the best bottles you have done. I honestly feel I should have the photo with me, but maybe okay, I can share it later in the comments with you guys. So you started doing those kind of amazing artwork, which I was so mind blown by. So emotions really do stop you from, like doing the work. Actually, money is just if you do the work, the money is going to come to you.
Mm, mm.
But most of us don't do the work because we are so caught up with our emotions, right?
True. It's not like now I don't have it. I still have it, but the intensity is a bit lower already. Not so much like previously like that.
Yep.
The interesting part also is like how Madura mentioned, you just do the work, the money will come. I found that it's fascinating. It's not just as in it doesn't come in an expected way. Sometimes it comes in a very different way. When I'm calm and I'm just focused on doing my stuff and things like that, there are incomes that are coming in from other sites. Doesn't have to be just bottle. I also do henna. I learned henna from Prashi Mehendi, and also there's a henna, gas henna, bridal henna, and things like that that came in. So I found it very fascinating. It's not planned out, no. It's just like, oh, you just need to just continue to do your stuff and nature will just take care of you. And I'm very blessed to have many people around me that's also very very kind and also taking care of me, so the environment is also very important lah.
Yep. Like having faith that it's going to come if we just stay focused.
Yes.
That's also the thing. You can't go to the extreme of having faith and not doing anything. Then that faith is useless. 'Which does happen sometimes. You're like, oh no, I'll figure out a way, and you just avoid the problem.
To zen.
And then nothing happens in a way. But I think now, working with you, we are slowly learning more about how just giving our best in the different areas somehow bring the thing in. But I also have this other thing, right? This is in a way the law of what goes around comes around, and this is the nice part of it, the good side of it, right? Where if you keep giving, something will come back and you will be taken care of, which is nice to hear, nice to experience also. But there's the other side of it where what goes around comes around, in the sense that if you are giving out fear, or you are constantly worried about money, and I cannot pay people because I cannot eat for this week or things like that. If you are holding your money in like that, it starts affecting a lot of other things, and you will see that your payments also get stalled. Your things that you need to finish your work also get stopped. Clients who place the order but they don't make payment, that kind of thing happens, right? So what was it that you faced, and how did you handle it?
Huh? I think I'm still facing it. I'm doing this project where I found it, so I was running away from this project a lot lah. It's something very different, and so what I did was finally I just stand up and face it lah, because if not, what my mind was doing is I was finding fault at every single thing around me, like how I'm finding fault when I have fear in money and things like that. But because of my thoughts is not focused on dealing with the projects, and take that small steps. I just admit you don't know how to do it, that's okay, just take something and do something about it. Just start somewhere, you will figure it out and things like that. So as I started I started focus on that, use my willpower to focus and I just do it, right? Then only I can see it lessen off that distraction on finding for distraction of sad or angry or anything and things like that. Everything just goes to the work itself.
Yep. I think if you guys have any questions with regards to emotions and money, or if you have any personal experiences with regards to it as well, please do share, because I think it would be very nice to see the different things. Like for me personally, as much as I work with like Caroline on finances and all, my own finances is a big learning curve for me. So like one of the things that emotions, we always look at the bad side, right? Most of us are like, oh, fear, so it will stop money coming in and all of that. There's also the other extreme of super excited. So what are the things that happened to me, and because of me happened to a lot of other people, is Christmas. Right, I love Christmas. I think I've talked about Christmas pretty much in every Money Matters topic. I'll talk about Christmas because it's such a big thing for me. I got super excited. I wanted to buy it. I love to buy presents at that time. So my family and I, we get each other presents. All of us get everyone presents, kind of thing. And then now that I've moved out, I want to get it for my housemates and all kinds of stuff. So I had like a certain amount of budget that I had planned to so-called spend for Christmas. But after I spend for a few people, right, then I'm like, oh no, I spent this amount for this person A, or my sister and my father. So I must spend the same amount of money for my mother, even though I don't have that same amount of budget left or anything like that. So, but I still went ahead, because your emotions are like super excited. And the other thing is, you feel bad if you feel like you don't give enough for certain people. And it's supposed to be spirit of giving or whatever. So I actually ended up spending way more than what I had intended to spend. So those are also some of the times where your emotions get really in play. But a lot of us may see like, oh, okay, so bad, next time don't spend, don't make those dishes, don't spend on Christmas, things like that. Make sure you stick to your budget. I read many articles which say like, oh, you must only buy during sale time and all of that. I don't For me personally, those things don't work because I always do it last minute. I know I will do last minute. But one thing that and I noticed that like Caroline and a few other people that I work with also went through the same thing during that month, the year end and Christmas combo together. So,
Mm.
like one of the things that all of us, not just I recommend to them, but it's something I'm applying myself as well, is planning it out earlier. So, like now itself, I'm saving up for Christmas. So that when Christmas comes, I don't have to worry so much. I can just spend whatever I want to spend at that time. So I'm actually saving up now itself so I can splurge or enjoy Christmas when it comes. So I think that's what I'm doing with you as well. That's why I kept asking, like, Caroline, how much you want to spend for Christmas? What else do you want to spend on? By just learning what are the things we are very emotional about or very sentimental about, and then
Mhm.
just addressing it earlier. No need to avoid the problem. No need to make the problem a villain. It's not a bad thing to spend on Christmas. Just need to be prepared to handle that, manage that
Mm.
situation, right?
Yeah,
How's
yeah,
your
actually.
Christmas? Because my Christmas, as you can see, was very chaotic. How's your Christmas?
Never mind, you can plan ahead now and get all your gift from me. I customize at all the same value.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You guys
Um,
should get Caroline's bottles. They are amazing. I love the designs.
Thank you. So basically, this one reminds me of last Christmas, right? I went back to Malacca to celebrate Christmas. I already have certain budget, I didn't got that certain budget got some extra money, And I said, hey, I got budget. Okay, I can live inside this budget and go back lah. And then I went back and I had this henna session, which is I'm not sure whether it's going to happen or not, this henna session. But then it's so people are so welcoming in my hometown, and they really
Yeah.
wanted to do henna until the next morning. They come and pursue me. Can I do henna and things like I do charge them like a minimal amount, things like that. So I have extra money, a few hundred extra money or more. So I'm like, hey, I got extra money, yay! So like this January I got extra money. But when I came back to KL, and I sort things out with Madura in terms of my finance and things like that, I found out the money gone. I actually don't know where I spent it. Where does it went to? I thought I have extra money this month because I earned last month. Where go already? So that's something fascinating that when you're excited and you think that income's coming in, so you will be spending more. And there's another one is like I spent for my business at that time also. The bottles are picking up and everything sort out better a bit ma. So picking up, so I got excited now during that one also during the Christmas time. So Christmas Eve, everybody buying things and things like that. So there's this whole bunch of wrapper. The wrapper, my gift, my whatever bottle comes with the wrapper and things like that. It's like a gift
Yep.
like that lah. So I get very excited. I bought 40 of them. Where did I go? I don't know what to wrap. Just bought 40 wrappers. It's so shiny, so beautiful. And then I bust my budget again. After that, then I told Madam Madura, I bought too many wrappers or something like that, things like that. So after that, what we came up with is every time I want to, this one is something that I found fascinating when Maria pointed it out that when other people spend, we also will want to spend. The vibes and the environment itself does affect us, you know. It's not just a sad one, it's a excited one also where everybody is spending. So I also go and spend and buy 40 wrappers. And then when she pointed this out, I then after that I be a bit more careful, and each time I want to spend, it makes me think back. Maybe I should ask Madura because she handle my finance, so she would be able to see it better than I do. So I just ask her. Then after that, I would think back whether I need this or don't need this and things like that. So it allows me time to think. But
Yeah.
also there's the other side of it lah, Misha. Madura, you want to jump in?
No, I think maybe we keep that for another day. But it's very nice that you said a lot of us will go to the extreme. So there's the negative part. The positive part is also not good for our finances. So I think one of the things that really does help us is to see what is the lesson behind it. It's something both of us also learn from ET ideas, which is doing the SIP and seeing what is the lesson behind both the good, so-called good that we think is good, or so-called bad. When there's increase in income, there's a lesson to be learned from there as well. Where there is a decrease in income, there's a lesson to be learned there as well. Like something that Caroline and I both went through at some point. Like I think yours was much more drastic than mine, which is like when your income drops. Personally, for me, a lot of learning with regards to money came in during that point in time. Yes, it was so emotionally not so nice feeling. You feel bad, you feel like you're not good enough, you go through all those emotions, yes. But after that phase, right, I actually learned so much about how I can manage my money better, where I can improve. I was spending, actually now I look back, I was spending ridiculously last time. Like I don't even know what I did with my money last time. Now when I live with a much lesser amount, I can still live a good life. I can still save so much more than last time. Then I'm like, what was I doing? So it was a not so nice feeling, but the lessons were great. So I think for you also, like when the income drop and all that, the learning has been so amazing over the past few months, about yourself, about how you're programming about money, the things that how you passionate you are about food, all of these things we are learning through this experience in a way. So it's like being grateful that we can learn these things, and being grateful that we have those emotions. Because if we are a robot, right, we won't be able to learn the lessons, because we won't feel anything. If we don't feel anything, humans don't learn one. So we need to be grateful for the emotions that we have been given, and like use them to learn instead of use them to feel sad or anything. I think one thing I can also mention before I think Caroline can share more about tips or whatever. One personal thing I've noticed is a lot of us think emotions will stop us, but actually we can use these emotions to kind of achieve our goals in terms of money as well. You need to use the emotions to achieve our goal. So with Caroline, one of the things that we did is, as much as the income had dropped and all of that, we had this goal of settling some of the smaller loans or pinjaman, smaller amounts that he had. Wanted to settle those amounts off. So I think like when I met you first time and we were working on it, we had like 8 different loans or something like that. Now we had like 5, if I'm not mistaken. And we had to when we cleared out, I remember how excited you, not just you, I also get excited. And it kind of keeps us excited to continue progressing towards the financial goals that we have and all of that. So it can be a good tool if we apply it in the right way.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's like what I say. So before I met Madura, a lot of the things that I don't really want to see. Also, I don't want to face the reality that I have loans. I have loans, some more pinjam here, pinjam there. Although it's like small amount lah, thinking that once I have the money, I'll pay it back. But it doesn't happen at all. After months and months, it still doesn't happen. For example, like my car maintenance, when my income decrease, right, I have to on hold. I have to negotiate and say, can I like pay you a bit later? Luckily, they were okay about it lah. So And my personal thinking is maybe I'll pay when I have the money, but actually that doesn't happen at all. But with help from Madura to help me to actually manage my own finance, we pay off slowly by slowly, and each time the amount that account becomes zero, right? The payment, the hutang, right? I get so excited and so happy, So I keep looking forward. Can we do this some more? Do this some more? There's still other accounts that I look forward to just clear it off, and I'm very happy about it lah. Each time it is cleared.
All right. So, Caroline, if you were to share one of your probably favorite lesson or biggest lesson with regards to money
Mhm.
over the past 1 year, what would be that lesson, and how can other people can learn from it or do the same thing?
I would just say to just you might think that and know to manage your own money and things and all, but the truth is, if you really want to fix it, you probably don't know, and just get someone who really good at doing it. And that's how this person that did it for me, which is Madura did it for me. She's very good at helping me to manage, so that I can manage my own emotion, manage my own thoughts, and focus it on my work itself, instead of going all over the place and fear and trying to do the things that I'm not really good at, which is accounts and money. So yeah.
Agreed. Even for me, some companies accounts and things like that, I cannot be the only one who looks at it. When there is somebody else looking at it, it kind of puts you in place. It puts you, you don't feel worried so much because there's somebody else also guiding you to it. It really helps you to stay focused lah, which I completely agree as well. So I think one thing that we want to try out today is also to see if you guys are watching. I think there's about few of you watching here today, and whoever may watch it in the future. If you are watching on Simply Empowering page, how do I say this? If you would like to get a 30 minutes free consultation in a way, just to see what are the things that you guys need with regards to your finance, are you on the right track or not, and what would be the good next step for you, where should you get started, just to look at those kind of things. And if you'd like to work with me to do that, then you can put the hashtag money matters in the comment box. So I think the first person who puts it, I will DM you guys or PM you guys, whichever word you prefer, and we can set a meeting and have a chat about it. So I think every money matters I'll be giving off some goodies like this, which is basically just us spending some time together and learning about money as well. And we can see how we can work together and start progressing towards our money goals. So thank you so much, Caroline. That was your sharing was very nice. I love working Caroline because there's so many funny things that happens and it's so entertaining. So if you guys would like to get Caroline's bottles, let me just put back the design here again. As you can see, she can draw literally anything and everything. You can go to artisan_cottage on Instagram and follow that page, and you can see all the amazing artwork that they have done. It's so beautiful. And you can order a customized bottle for yourself. Caroline, any details about the bottles? Anything you can share with us about the bottles?
Yeah, basically, it's a 1 liter bottle, which is a BPA free bottle and high quality from E Plus Malaysia. And from there on, the artwork is actually well coated. It's be customized based on what you want. The artwork is well coated. You can even wash and use the bottle like usual lah. Can
Yep.
drink and things like that. So you can bring your artwork, enjoy the bottle, enjoy the artwork, and also it's functional in your daily life.
Yep. So I think there's been many bottles like football clubs, pet dogs, movie stars. Literally everything has been put onto that bottle already. So if you guys are interested, just contact Caroline. I'm going to leave her contacts in the comment later. You guys can contact her and get your bottles as well. So all right. So that is the end of today's session. Usually we do this on Saturdays, but there's something exciting coming up called the Dad to Live virtual conference. So we are preparing for that. So for now, we will be doing this on Tuesday afternoons. But I'll see you guys back on Saturday after all of the conference and all is over as well. So bye guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Caroline.
Bye. Thanks, Mandura. Bye.